Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brian for those of you that are new. Today we're going to be installing a security camera on my truck camper. This is version 1. I'm sure there's going to be many modifications to this, but as it stands right now, this is the idea that I have in my head and I'm going to go with it, and I'm sure I'm going to tinker with it, and there's going to be better ways to do this. My main goal is to not have anything permanent, easily removable, easy to install. I don't want to drill into my camper shell. I don't want to drill into my truck. This is a very super simple install. With that, guys, this is a Haloview. Haloview sent this BT7 monitor. Haloview's pretty well known, I believe, in the industry for backup cameras. They're not your cheap, backup cameras that don't work very well. These are pretty well regarded in the industry for backup cameras for RVs. And they sent this to me for my little DIY RV trailer thingy, but I'm not going to use it on that, at least right now. I want to use this on my camper, so when I'm laying in bed at night, if I hear something, I can quickly turn this monitor on and see what's out there behind me. In theory, let's hope it works well enough. This thing is a 1080p monitor. All the other ones that I looked at were 720, and in fact, I have a 720 rear view camera system that I was going to use, and the screen on it was absolute, honestly, garbage. The night vision was terrible. It's looking at comparing HD to your 1980s tube television is basically what it felt like. So I did test this thing out on a battery of mine before, obviously, I'm installing it, and the screen on it's just amazing. All that aside, guys, this is the Haloview BT7, and it comes with so much stuff, and I'm only using 20% of what came in this package for my application. You of course get the monitor here, and I've went ahead and attached this mounting bracket, and you can tighten it down, and then you just attach this bracket to wherever you want to put the monitor. It also comes with a sticky little thing that you can use, put on the back of the monitor, and you can put this thing on your windshield while you're driving. But you can stick it on your windshield and have the monitor facing you. I was going to use this, but I'm just going to end up drilling this little bracket into my little shelf system that I have in the back of my truck. And then here's the camera that it comes with. Just very simple, basic camera. And the only thing that I've done different is I've taken a rare earth magnet and I've epoxied it to the back of this camera right here. And I'm going to use this rare earth magnet to attach it to my back of my truck, and you guys will see that here when I show you how I'm going to do it. But this is my method of getting this thing on and off easily. This is not going to stay on my truck full time. I'm going to put it on when I get to camp, take it off when I leave, hopefully, if I don't forget it. That's my biggest fear, is that I'm going to leave this thing on and take off and forget that I have it on there. But I think it's in a spot where I'm going to see it. I just have to remember to take it off. But again, that's why I have this magnet on here, because I don't want this permanent on my truck. The only extra thing that I have bought for this install is this little 18 gauge 12 volt DC wiring. This is that black wiring that's got the red and the black inside this black sheath. And so this is going to go from the end of this pigtail on this camera up into my bed, behind my bed platform, and then over to my cabinet where all my battery stations are. That's where I'm going to plug all this stuff into. That's basically it. It comes with your powered cigarette charger, and it's got a little power button on the end of this, which is kind of cool, so I can plug this into my charger. I don't technically have to keep it on if I plug it in. All I have to do is hit this little button, and it turns both the camera and this on. With that, guys, I'm going to show you how I'm going to run the wiring, and this really should only take about 5 minutes. Okay, so the only modification I'm doing to this is, you can see here's the camera with the wiring that comes with it, and I went ahead and I cut off the end of it, and I've just stripped the ends. I'm going to take my 12 volt cable, strip off that outside sheath, and then just expose the red and the black. Strip off some ends off of that. Push this heat shrink over it. There you go. So there's that. Now guys, for the other end of this cable, you will have to also solder on a 5521 barrel adapter. But I'm not going to do that yet because I want to figure out, the length that it's going to take me to get from where I'm going to mount the camera up into my bed and then up to the battery. So I'm not gonna solder this on yet. Well, hey guys, sorry about that. My camera got so hot sitting in this garage, it cut itself off, so welcome to Texas. But where I'm at now, again, I've just soldered on a lead of this 12-volt cable to this camera, and I probably have 30 feet of it. And like I was trying to explain, I'm not going to attach this 5521 pigtail to the end of this yet, because I want to figure out how much length I need to get from where the camera's going to go to my actual, where I'm going to plug it into the battery in the back of my camper. So I'm going to leave all 30 feet of this. I'm going to run it through my cab, or through my truck bed, and then I'll cut it, and then I'll solder this together so it's all nice and neat. That's basically it for that. So let's go figure out how we're going to route all of the stuff from the outside in. So, okay guys, so got the camera with the magnet that I epoxied on, and my thought is right now is I'm just going to attach it to my hitch. That way it's easily removable, but again, I got to be careful that I don't forget it on here. But the main point of today is get this wiring up underneath, through, and into my bed. So what I have found, I've got just a little bit of space right through here between my tailgate and my actual truck bed. I can snake a wire through there and have it come up and run back behind my bed platform. So that's how I'm going to run it. Okay, so I got the connection that's going to go to the back of the camera here. And again, I'm going to try to snake it down here. Now let's go underneath. Oh, see, there it is. Perfect. Now I can just run this up underneath here and get it all tidied up, but it's going to connect to the camera right there. So where's the end of that? There we go, and I'll get that all nice and tidy with zip ties and stuff when we're done. So now, guys, all I have to do is to take all of this extra wire that I have and fish it back behind my bed and up to where my battery's gonna go. I'm trying to get most of this done before it gets to be 125 degrees in here. So all of this extra wiring, I'm just gonna run it behind my bed. Okay? So guys, it really doesn't get any easier. I just ran it behind my bed, behind the back, and it's gonna come out here. And here's all my extra. So I'm gonna cut this and solder on that barrel connector so I can plug it into my battery unit. Okay guys, well that is a wrap. So let me show you how I have this wired up underneath. So you can see the camera's right here. And then up underneath, I just very easily routed the wire. That's just zip ties and nothing fancy. So, and then so when I get to camp, all I gotta do is unplug this pigtail right here, or when I'm leaving camp, and then this camera completely comes off. So I'm gonna plug it back in. There we go. Okay, the camera's plugged in. Let me show you the back. So again, I just ran that wiring up through the little space in between my tailgate and my bed. Ran that wiring all the way down my bed, behind my bed. I came up, and this is just one of my little battery boxes that I built, and this 12-volt plug came with the camera, and it's powering my camera and my monitor. So I'm going to plug it into my 12-volt unit, turn it on, turn the monitor on. Boom, there we go. I don't know how well that screen's gonna show up. That is a crystal clear picture. And this thing does have audio too, so I can hear what's outside my truck as well as see. So that is just super cool. And if I want to cut it off, all I do is reach down here, push this button. Cuts everything off. Turn it back on. Takes a minute for the camera to connect. There you go. Guys, it is crazy hot in here, so I'm gonna make this quick, but this is obviously kind of, you know, version 1.0 of this thing. I know there's better places to put the camera, probably a more permanent solution, but again, that's nothing that I wanted. I wanted to be able to take this off. There's not a lot of things on this truck camper build that I want permanent, because I want to be able to remove it if needed. And having that magnet on the back of the camera, it's super easy to, you know, get to camp, put it in, plug it in, and this monitor now works. Now, is it totally theft proof? No, but you know, if someone wants to come up and kick it off, they can. But for me, this is more cool just to sit in my bed and at night see what's going on behind me. You know, wildlife running around, I always hear raccoons and stuff. Just turn this thing on and see what's going on out there behind you. After this, I'm gonna wait till it gets dark, and I'm gonna show you guys the night vision on this thing too, so you'll be able to see what it looks like, you know, at camping at night when we really need it. So stay tuned for that. Well, hey guys, I know you probably can't see me very well, but it is 11 p.m. here at night, and I've been waiting for this camera to go into night vision mode, and it's just not going into night vision mode. I think it's because I have a tiny little street light, and it's just enough ambient light that this camera is so sensitive, it's not turning on night vision. So hopefully you can tell just how good this is at night. I'm sure that's kind of blurring it out, but there you go. It is 11 p.m. at night, and that's how bright this monitor is. So it's gonna have to be absolutely pitch black outside for this thing to kick on the black and white. So maybe I can show you guys that on the next camping trip, but nothing much I can do here because I can't turn the streetlights off. But I think it's pretty amazing that it's getting this much color at 11 p.m. at night from a tiny little streetlight. So anyway guys, this is a really, really easy, simple, quick mod, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool on my next trip to be able to kind of flip this thing on and just see what's out there behind my truck, you know, at night, because it gets dark out there and you can't see anything. So this should be pretty fun. So anyway guys, until next time, we will see you soon. Take care, and thanks for watching.